Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK Journey video. So in today's video, or in this video, we'll cover the developers update that was released yesterday. So sorry because I just fell asleep when I'm home super duper tired. So I was late to the party, but better late than never. So in today's video, we're going to run through the developers update, talk about my personal opinions, and then talk about things that you need to know for the final push booster over here. Okay, so before I talk about the developers note, let's start with the final push booster. So this final push booster basically increases the total resource that you get from your AFK challenges rewards. So over here you can see the base amount that you'll be getting, right? So if you click on the treasure chest right here, you will see the current amount that you're getting based on the boosters that you have. So based on the numbers calculation, I would say like the gold and the EXP tomes, they are good to have, right? But they are not the most important. For most people, it's actually the hero essence. So for the hero essence, based on my different accounts numbers, right? For my main account, who is slightly higher in terms of VIP levels, the number is about 2.5 times increase, and then for my free-to-play account, it's about 2.4 times increase. So I'll say the range should be somewhere between 2.4 to 2.6 depending on your VIP boost, because VIP levels actually has additional resource boost. So that's that. But nonetheless, with this amount of resource boost, it should be more than enough to prepare you for resonance level 240, as well as finishing up the whole AFK challenge, which is 1125. This is my free-to-play account. I'm currently at 1053, so very close to the end. I'm going to stream my final moments before I reach the end later on at night at around 9 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. So if you guys are free, feel free to drop by to witness this legendary moment where a CCL's free-to-play player finish up the AFK challenges. Okay, so that's for the resource side. So another thing to take note of for the final push booster is that this final push booster is not available for everyone yet, because based on a screenshot that was sent by one of my, I'll say like more heavy spender viewers, he actually comes from a newer server and he didn't get it, and he actually sent a message to the support side. So support side confirmed that this final push booster only comes into effect if your server is at least 2 weeks old or 14 days old. So if you're in a newer server, I'll say like maybe 200 plus, 300 plus, you might not see this final push yet, but it will come into effect if your server is at least 14 days old. Okay, so those are the things that you need to know for this final push, and this final push lasts all the way until the next season starts. So these are the confirmed stuff. So these are the stuff that you need to know. These are the secrets you need to know, and that's it for the final push booster. Okay, now let's go back into the developers note. So based on the developers note, I'm going to run through the important stuff. I briefly skimmed through all the whole like I'll say news article. I'll just go through the stuff which I feel are more important and things that you guys need to know, because there's quite a bit. I don't want to go through word by word. So first of all, the first thing that you guys need to know, right, is this one. Okay, so this Song of Strife will be available on 24th May, right? You can start playing Song of Strife on 24th May. Okay, and this applies to all the earlier servers player, because there's actually a 42 days period where your server need to go through before this event comes online. So you have 42 days to prepare for this event. So after 42 days, this event will then open, and then everybody will have a chance to participate in this event itself. If you are in the newer servers, then you probably have to wait a while more, because your server is relatively new, so you need to wait maybe like a few more weeks or even like 1 month before you can actually get to play this Song of Strife season. But in the meantime, I'll cover it on my PTR account as well as my S1 Global account, which is probably the earliest batches to get this event itself. So that's for the launch as well as the duration and when it starts. Then next one, there's this why you need to reach Resonance 240 at AFK 1125, right, and complete the main quest line. Okay, so I don't think they need to answer this, okay, in a sense, because right, there's so many things for you to do up until AFK stage 1125 as well as the main storyline, that even if they give you like a whole slew of content in this new Song of Strife season, right, you just don't have the time to do it. Like, and at the same time, I also agree that, you know, they set the season with a level playing field, so everybody starts at level 240 and everybody starts at 1125, so everybody gets the same resource and people will be less complaining. Although I'm pretty sure somebody out there is going to talk about shit about this game not free to play friendly. Okay, but nonetheless, we ignore the naysayers. Personally, I think this is a good benchmark. Basically, you reach the end game already, right? Basically, you finish everything that's available, then they open up new contents for you. So I think that's the basic for this one. So that's for the reasons behind new season launch. Next, we're going to talk about the getting to resonance level 240, right? This catch-up mechanism was actually mentioned in my Song of Strife video. So basically, if you are slightly behind the pack, if you're not as fast as other players on the server, they will give you this mechanism which gives you additional rewards. Okay, so there's this final push, there's also the initiated catch-up mechanism. So if you have both, it means that you are slightly behind in terms of your progression compared to the server, and you're getting the boost from the final push as well. So with all this together, right, it's safe to say that even if you're not as fast, even if you're not as efficient, you will also be able to get there. You'll be able to play this game mode. That's basically what it means, right? Because they give you so much resources that for me, I'm getting like 2 to 3 character upgrades at level 200 plus per day. So I'm reaching 240 for my free-to-play account already, and we have like what, nearly 1 to 2 weeks more for Song of Strife. 2 weeks more, right? 14 May. So this definitely will be more than sufficient to prepare for the next content. Okay, so this is something that you guys need to know, right? Just be assured that you'll be able to play the new game mode. And then there's some content creators that already covered how this boost actually helps you get to 240 more easily. Okay, so you guys can click on it. I'll link this news page in the description down below. You guys can visit the link to watch the videos yourself. Okay, so this is the accelerated mechanism. This is the mechanism to help everybody reach the stage where they can play the next game mode or next season. Okay, next one, we have the new season. Okay, so this one is the part that's really interesting. Okay, this part I actually discussed it with one of my friends, and then I realized that there's actually a part that they might screw with me, or rather they might actually do it so that it makes it such that Zeeebo is an omega lol moment. So I'll talk about it. So many gacha players express concern naturally when they hear a new progression system. Will this be another money sink? At AFK Journey, we want to address this issue, especially the problem of long-term power creep that's common in gacha games. Okay, so divided into 2 categories: permanent progression and seasonal progression. Seasonal progression system will reset at the end of each season, but the permanent progression will remain unchanged. Let's talk about this in more details. So currently, we have artifacts, resonance level, class equipment, hero tier, blah 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 blah. So this permanent progression system will have the greatest impact on your exploration of the main story quest and progression through most of the game modes. So from what I see here, right, I guess they are splitting up like seasonal progression as a separate map, and then they have the permanent one. So what happens is seasonal basically means that every upgrade that you do in the seasonal one probably is not permanent, might be shifted out. Okay, the exact details have to go through it further to talk about it more. So upon entering the Song of Strife season, the game introduces a season exclusive progression systems which overlay the permanent progression systems. The season progression system consists of the season resonance level, season class equipment, artifacts, basically everything, and they put season in front. Okay, so these are the different progression system. So resonance level resets every season. I guess it's a little bit like resonance synergy, right? But in a time-limited resonance synergy. Yeah, basically they give you additional levels, which will basically every starts at the same level, right? And then you progress through the seasonal content, and then by the end of the seasonal content, you will be able to you will get a reset, so it doesn't affect your main, I'll say, like content itself. Then there's this season hero skills. So each hero gains 1 seasonal skill, only effective during the season, unlocked after each season, after reaching season resonance level 51. Okay, this one is the part that me and some other players actually laughed about. So in this season, right, every unit will get 1 seasonal skill. I think the reason why they want to do that is to make sure that some of the less relevant units, they become more relevant, right? Or people might start using them, or people will start using them. Okay, and one of the units which I think might get a very OP seasonal skill is Sisir, because according to statistics, or according to like all the comment section, according to how many people push for Sisir, a lot of people will have Sisir available in their box. So this seasonal hero skill, right, can make Sisir a very powerful unit, specifically in this seasonal update. So if they do introduce a skill that makes Sisir a T0 character, then it will be a Zeeebo omega lol moment, because for people like me who didn't invest in Sisir, we are screwed. So that's something which I laughed about. Like, is there a possibility that they give a skill to a unit that makes a unit broken or beyond the thing? It's possible, Personally, I just laugh it off because I think the goal of this season hero skills is that they just want to make like less relevant units more relevant, right? More usable by people, or just let people try out different strats. Because if we have the same constant strat, then the game is very stale and then you can't discover new strategies. So there's a possibility that CCL could be T0 in this update, right? There is a possibility. So we stay tuned for that. This is something which I will laugh at if they really do. but it's going to be funny to see how they actually introduce the seasonal skills to the unit and whether or not it will change up how we play the game. That will be something that's really interesting because this will dictate the pace whereby the game moves in the future contents. Because I feel that if they do a good job in terms of adding new stuff to make sure that the meta changes, to make sure that you have a different way to play the game mode, then it's really interesting because we have our standard metas, right? And then we have a seasonal meta that allows us content creator to discover new tips and tricks, which is also a bonus as well. So that's something that I look forward to. And then there's seasonal class equipment, so same thing as level resets every season. So there's a new artifact. So new season artifacts are introduced each season obtainable through season journey and various game modes. So they can be used within the current season. So basically 8 new artifacts that's available in the new mode. Okay, magic charms, this is a new one. Resets every season. Charms comes in 5 different qualities. Collecting 3 charms of the same quality will activate a hero's special ability. In the later stages of a season, you can customize your hero stats by equipping different sets of charms, and this feature was designed to be easy to develop, so magic charms don't have levels randomized stats so sorry for the sudden itch in my nose, or require complex inventory management skills. So these magic charms, I think, is probably something like inscription, right? Like probably additional power-ups, like which give maybe stats or special abilities, right, in other games. So I call it inscription because I think in Summoners War it's known as inscription. Yeah, so we will see. I'm not very sure how these magic charms will work out. We'll see whether or not it's indeed pay to win. Some people say that these magic charms could be pay to win, but I don't like to confirm. I mean, I don't want to talk about things which are not confirmed yet. So we wait until everything is confirmed, then we discuss about it. Okay, so all resources needed for the seasonal progression are for free, and we hope that all players will be able to experience the gameplay of progression and strategy. So stay tuned for more information. Okay, so one thing is confirmed, all these will be available for free. However, the pace where you get it might be different based on your spending itself. So that's something to take note of. But then again, if you're a free-to-play player, you will be able to enjoy everything. So that's definitely a good point for everyone. Okay, so season after season. Okay, playing across a decade. Okay, so this is just a little bit of a story. I don't think there's too much important stuff here. Let me just briefly run through it again. Blah 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 blah. Okay, this part I agree, right? If you enjoy storytelling and map exploration, you can enjoy the game at your own pace without worrying about when the season will end. Like, I think this is one thing which it's quite divided in the community, right? Like, some people are okay with just taking it easy. Like, they're fine with not getting a good rank for the competitive game modes. I'm perfectly fine with not doing that as well. Like, I have accounts which are really competitive. I also have accounts that are really chill. So I think most importantly, right, is to enjoy the part which you enjoy the game most for. So if you're somebody who's competitive and you want to get good rewards, you want to get good rank, then do your stuff, right? If you're somebody who's chill and you just want to enjoy everything and take it easy at your own pace, no matter which server you are, no matter which guild you are, you still be able to enjoy everything. Because one thing that I have to mention is AFK Journey is completely free-to-play friendly in a sense. You clear every content, right, being a free-to-play player. There's nothing locked behind a paywall that you cannot clear. It just takes time, it just takes dedication, and it just takes patience. So that's something that I need to clarify. Like, some people, oh, pay to win. Yeah, obviously, competitive side, probably yes, but there's also the more chill side, which is the storytelling as well as the map exploration. So after each season ends, it's archived in the temporal nexus, and it's not limited by the seasonal progression system. Okay, so you can experience all the worlds and story content from past seasons whenever you want. So there will be more and more seasons and more exclusive chapters added. But not to worry, even if you join us in the future, like if you're watching this video maybe like 2 to 3 months later from the date it's released, you'll be able to experience all the new contents, right? Because temporal nexus exists. So new players will be able to experience the older contents, and for older players who maybe took a break from the game itself, you will also be able to experience it. Okay, so independent and contain its very own story, and combine it with the seasonal upgrades, right? I think it doesn't really affect your main story progression as well as your main content progression. Okay, Okay, so there's a season. Oh, there's a season battlefield mode. Okay, so that's for the season after season, right? I think okay, from what I observe right now, I think so far it's acceptable, at least from a free-to-play player's perspective. There's that I feel that is acceptable, because basically, like, we will be able to enjoy all the contents, right? Whether or not it's fast or is it slow, whether or not we are on the meta or not, everyone can enjoy everything for free. So that's something which I appreciate. And then let's take a look at some Q&A. So if I'm just AFKing every day, is that okay? Yeah, obviously, it's called AFK Journey. It's called AFK Journey. If you're just AFK every day, it means that you're very casual at the game. So yeah, just play the game casually. I think it's perfectly fine. If I'm the guy doing the answer, okay, I'll tell you what, I will do this Q&A. I'll run through all the questions and then I'll just answer it based on what I feel as an experienced player, as somebody who has been playing the game for a very long time. Okay, so there's an answer from the developer's end, right? I think the developer tries to be a nice group of people that, you know, try to patiently answer these questions, but I'll just give my like very unhinged point of view of some of these questions. Okay, so first question, if I'm just AFKing every day, is that okay? Perfectly fine. Okay, if you're AFKing, it means that you're not so hardcore, you're not like trying really hard to push through the content. So AFKing every day, you still get by, right? You still get the resources, you still power your units. It's just slower and maybe less efficient, but doesn't matter, right? Because if you're so casual, you won't be so concerned about every other stuff, right? So it's perfectly fine. You can play it slow. Since you'll be able to experience everything, you'll be able to reach the state where you will be able to unlock Song of Strife anyway. It's perfectly fine. Okay, if I start playing in the middle of a season, will I miss anything? Okay, so depends. Okay, so here they say start mid-season may be missing out on some time limited event and contents. I would say depends on how you look at it. So what do I mean by that? Like, depends on which server you join. It depends on like how I'll say like how long you have until the new season start, because if you're in a server that's really early, right, I think by the time you join halfway in the middle of the season, if you're completely new to the game, you have a lot of catching up to do. So I guess you will still be able to eventually finish this new time limited event for sure, but then you might miss out quite a bit in terms of the progression side, because you have to reach the level 240 as well as the AFK Challenge 125 and finish the main story quest. So that's something that you might miss out. But I mean, if not, then I guess from whatever the answer is provided, I guess yeah, you won't miss out that much, because the event is 4 months. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I don't think any gacha game actually plans for event that allows you to play full 4 months. Like, you most of the time you probably are hardcore in that event for maybe like a few weeks or even 1 month, and then you're done. So you have more than enough time to enjoy the new season for sure. So that's my answer. Since I've already reached Resonance 240, unlocking new regions in the new season will be effortless, right? Can't I just read through the whole map? Okay, I don't know what to say about this, because I feel that the new season will always be more challenging than the older ones, right? So in a sense, yes, you did reach Resonance level 240, but I think it's just a beginning of a new journey. So yeah, you might be able to reach there, but the difficulty probably spike up, so you probably can't race through the whole map. Alright, so we have a very politically correct answer, definitely, right? Unlocking regions may be faster. Your journey is about progressing with your companions, right, through various features and season. So yes, you did reach level 240, right? The more unhinged answer will be yes, you reached 240, but the contents will be harder, so you probably can't race through the whole map. Okay, maybe I don't understand this question, but okay, this is about the question. I just answer it based on my personal opinion. So next one, you mentioned that seasonal story chapters are tied to seasonal progressions. Will there be any problems with seasonal story chapters after the season end? Yeah, I guess this is the correct answer. Like, I don't think there's, they already mentioned, right, in Temporal Nexus you'll be able to experience everything, so I don't think this one is a big question. Should I just return to AFK Journey? Should I just, after 10 years, I unlock a ton of story chapters everywhere? Okay, wait. Okay, this question just shows you that, or rather, this question tells me that they actually plan to run AFK Journey for 10 years. Okay, as a content creator, super excited for that. If this game really lasts for 10 years, amazing stuff. Okay, I really love AFK Journey so far, and I really hope that this game can really be a decade-long journey or even 100-year journey for all I know, right? So there are a lot of other very successful, I'll say, like games out there that last for very long. So I'm pretty sure AFK Journey can definitely do it. And based on the current direction, if they do go in whatever direction that I see them going in, is definitely highly possible. So theoretically, yes, obviously, yeah, because 10 years is very long, right? Some games, they get EOS in like a few months, they get EOS in like 2 years. So it's hard to say whether or not this game will still exist after 10 years. But the thing is, right, we still hope that you start your journey today. So to prevent players from claiming massive rewards all at once in the future, there will be certain mechanics for claiming rewards in Temporal Nexus to ensure that both the distribution and acquisition of rewards make sense over the long term. Okay, so this is if AFK Journey do reach the 10-year mark, and if, right, you don't play AFK Journey for 10 years and then you do decide to return after that, then it is a very theoretical question. But I do hope that this game lasts for that long, obviously. But yeah, they need some answer, I guess. This part I don't think I can answer because I'm not part of the team, so I don't have like this 10-year plan in mind. I guess they probably have it. I'm not too sure because the game is like what, 1 month old, right? So it's a very long way yet. Next one, will resources be refunded for reset content at the end of the season? Okay, so okay, for this part I can answer it. Okay, so I believe, right, if they will do some sort of calculations and then they will give you the rewards based on whatever you have collected in the season contents itself, and then they will send it to you in the mailbox itself, right? So this part, it has been done in PTR server, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna basically calculate everything that you get, everything that you probably bought, or what, basically everything that you earn from the seasonal challenge, and then they convert it into like main game mode currencies, and then they give it to you in your mailbox, so to power your accounts from there. So that's something you guys don't have to worry about. With the recent addition of cross-server friend system, I'm holding for more cross-server feature. But any new plans? Yeah, okay, so there's this dynamic district that they mentioned. I think they mentioned it in the previous developers note as well. So not gonna talk too much. I'm not too sure how this dynamic district works. Don't know how they will group us. Will it be like the older servers together, or will it be like servers with really powerful players with another server with really powerful players? Depending on how they arrange, things might appear differently, so we shall see. Then will every server have a full 4 months to experience the season? Okay, this part I think we just follow a standard answer, right? Not necessarily, right? To access the season, server must have been created for at least 42 days. Servers that are ready when the new season starts will have a full 4 months. A server may at most be delayed the first time they enter a new season, then enter all future seasons on the first available date without a subsequent delay. Okay, I guess I understand what it means. Okay, so let's say if Song of Strife is 4 months, and then we have a new season that's gonna come maybe in like 2 months or 3 months time, maybe, right, when you, because yeah, your server which is 42 days old now, right, by the time the next season comes will be considered an old server, then they will unlock the new season instead. So if that's the case, if the new season overlaps Song of Strife, then we won't have the full 4 months for Song of Strife itself. So if I get it correct, okay, so this is the understanding part. I hope I get it correct, but that's it. I think this question we will only know when the new season or the next season news comes by anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Just a simple run through for the developers update. Overall, before I end off this video, personally I feel that based on this developers note, I feel that the developers are very sincere in terms of answering questions which people ask for. Like, I think these are some of the very core concerns that people ask, and I also try my best to explain. And then they also explain their plans as well as the different like seasonal stuff. Hopefully this seasonal stuff is, I'll say, like I'll say acceptable range. Okay, not say like, you know, overly pay to win range, because they also addressed this pay to win / power creep thing earlier, right? So hopefully, right, it's not too big of a power spike between the spenders and the free-to-play players, hopefully. Okay, so that's it for this video. Just my personal opinion and take for the next update. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.